Hey boys and girls, welcome back to my channel, and today it's currently 7:32, and you guys told me what happened. Yeah, I forgot to upload, so here's the newest video. In my previous video, I told you that I would rank every single Sprouts show. Well, here we go, I guess. Here we go to the brand new video. It results in ranking every single PBS Kids Sprout show. If you don't know what PBS Kids Sprout is, I'll have a little recap on that. Watch my last video to pretend PBS Kids Sprout was. But for those that don't want to watch the previous video, I'll give you a little summary. PBS Kids Sprout launched late 2005, I think November or December. And then it got rebranded in April 1st, 2017. And then I think it still goes on to this day, but it's called Universal Kids. It wasn't that great. It's Universal Kids is now going on. And let's do this. Let's talk about all the shows combined. So I'm going to count a few for the list. Now, I might count a few shows from different countries, but we're going to count some PBS Kids shows because all of them are on Sprout, but we're not going to count the Chica show. So it'll include Thomas and Friends, Bob the Builder, Super Y, Rut, Tough, and Tweet, whatever the hell it's called, Ultra Blast, Angela Battery and the Next Steps. I'm going to include like 30 of them. So, Angela Battery and the Next Steps, Angela Battery and the Next Steps, Angela Battery, the original version, Thomas and... No, not that one. Yeah, let's include that. Okay, I think that's enough. Alright. You'll get the rest of the idea and so much more. We're going to be including 30 of the shows. I'm not going to explain what they are. We're going to be doing from least favorite to favorite. Let's get started. In number 30, we have... there were so many Sprout shows. In number 30, we have Rut, Tough, Tweet, and Dave. This is probably my least favorite Sprout show for one reason. The animation is terrible. Not a good show at all. 1 out of 10. Let's get started. Alright. Now, also, today's sponsor will include Angry Birds 2. You've heard of them before. They're one of the best mobile game series of all time. Make sure to go link in the description to do Angry Birds and get a lot of free things. Like free gems, 70 free gems, 5 lives, and many other things. Subscribe to my channel, and thanks for Angry Birds 2 for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video. In number 29, we have The Chica Show. Now, in the description, I didn't say I was including The Chica Show, but I changed my mind because I wanted to include it and talk about The Chica Show. The only reason why it's above Ratifa and Dave is because at least it doesn't have CGI animation. And I can appreciate that they didn't go for live action. I appreciate they go into live action. It's like the original show, but they sure had Chica Show. I don't like the Chica Show. Slightly better than Tough, and Dave instead of being lazy. It does have some good stories, but the bad animation, really awful animation. The only good thing I would say is the stories. The stories are alright. They're fine. They were part of my childhood. Rut, Tough, and Dave was more when I was like 6, so I didn't really watch Sprout until I was like, yeah, the idea. It wasn't a great show, but it was still decent, I would say. The animation was bad, but the stories were decent. So I would say, I'd give it like a 2 out of 10. Or like a 3 out of 10 because it's slightly better. 2 points more because it at least had decent stories, you know. Let's get started. Alright, there we go. Here we go. Number 28. Angela Ballerina, The Next Steps. Now, I've always loved Angela Ballerina, the original version. So when I saw this reboot, or like this little next generation of it, like the 2010s, I was a little curious to see how they went into CGI animation. And when I watched it, I was very underwhelmed. I was so underwhelmed at that fact, and I almost wanted to hate it. And I almost wanted to put it at the worst show. The only good thing I would say is the animation. The animation's decent, but the stories are basically just boring. Not bad, but boring. It's basically the opposite of the Chica Show, where the animation was decent instead of bad, and the stories were decent in Chica Show, and then the stories are not that great. So yeah, that's why it's slightly better, because the animation is always good. You know, I'm not good, but it still was decent, I would say. Number 27. Let's see. Barney and Friends. Now, many people will be like, huh? Why is Barney so low? Well, that's because I don't really like Barney that much. You've seen it before. You've seen the show. You know the complaints, like everyone else. You got my complaint now. Moving on, number 26. Number 26, Wibbly Pig. Now, at first, you may seem like, Michael, I thought you always loved Wibbly Pig. Well, yeah, I used to love it back when it was on Cubo, but Cubo shut down a few years later, in like 2021. Yeah, Wibbly Pig only lasted for 3 years on Cubo, and I didn't know he came to Sprout. I didn't know he came to Sprout. I know Wibbly Pig existed, but I didn't know he came to Sprout. That's how short the show was. The show only had 52 episodes and 1 season. That's it. At least it had more episodes. At least it had 13 episodes. It's lucky that it got 52 instead of 13. So thankfully, they get more than. They thankfully got more than many other bad shows, but still, not a great show. The animation, I would say, was decent, but still, I would give it like a 3.5 out of 10. Not a bad show, but still not a great show. I say some bad shows are superior to this. Number 25. Number 25. Super Y. Now, many people will be like, many people would Super Y higher, but in like the top 20 if I get all the shows. But I'm not really a fan of it at all because it's not that great. Oh my god, of course. Whatever, I don't care. The show is not that great because, well, it's just a baby show and I don't really like it. Now, most of them are baby shows on this list, and some of them are not really, but still, it's not that great. I'll give it like a 4 out of 10 because at least the show had decent animation. Well, up until season 3, that is. I mean, the show had a decent season, like from season 1 to 2. If it wasn't for season 3, it would be like number 17 or 15, or it would be number 15, number 10 or 15. But because of season 3, that's why I don't like it as much. Because Super Y ruined it with season 3. Why the hell is the animation so bad in season 3? Like, what the hell is wrong with you, PBS Kids Sprout, and PBS in general? Like, why would you do that? Why? Alright, enough. I don't want to ramble too much. Moving on. Number 24. Number 24. Number 24. We have what's it called? Astra Blast. Now, I haven't watched that much of Astra Blast, but what I saw from it, it's very underwhelming. I mean, it's very overwhelming sometimes. It can be overwhelming. Trust me, it's a very overwhelming show. It's a lot of this. My friend Divya actually likes the show, and I can get why. She used to love Sprout. My friend Divya, she loves Sprout. She used to love it. She watched Ultra Blast. She actually made a fun fact on the show. It actually ended in 2015. I thought it started in 2016. I thought it ended in 2017, but I guess it was much earlier. That's the reason why it was so much. That's why I didn't see a lot of episodes on there. That's why I only saw one episode, because it was aired until like 2016. That's why I only saw one episode. I saw only one episode of the show, and I didn't really like it that much, so moving on. Number 9. I mean, not number 9. Number 23. Okay. Number 23. What's it called? The Goodnight Show. Now, The Goodnight Show wasn't a great thing, but still, not a great show. Not great, Number 29. Number 23. Caillou. No, number 22. Caillou. Now, I'm talking about season 4 to 5. I mean, I should put it like... Yeah, it's not a great show, but it was much better done in Sprout. It was much better. I would say it would actually be decent. Season 4 and 5 were decent. That's why I'm season 4 to 5. I don't include season 6. It's because season 1 to 2 weren't aired on the channel. Only season 4 and 5, and that's it. So it was decent. I would say Caillou was decent because, well, only served one of the 2 best seasons. Season 4 and 5 were decent. Even though they weren't great, they were much better than the first 3 seasons. First 3 seasons were absolute garbage, but the last 2 were actually okay, actually. They had some decent stories. Caillou didn't cry a lot. He wasn't sort of whiny brat, but at least he tried his best. At least in the last 2 seasons, he tried to fix some of the problems from the last 3 seasons. So at least that was a big plus. That's the reason why. Alright, what's it called? Okay. Number 3. I mean, not number 3. Number 21. I believe, yeah. Number 21. Almost in 21. Number 21. Now we're going to talk about Bob the Builder, the CGI version. I mean, no, CGI didn't air. Yeah, the CGI version. Now, the CGI version was only aired like for a few months, and that's it. I don't like the CGI version because it's not that great. I mean, I'm not saying with the 2015 though, but no, that definitely didn't air on the channel. Thank God it didn't air on the channel. That would have fit not well with the original Bob the Builder CGI. I would say the 2010 version was actually cool, I will admit, but still, it was decent. I mean, the characters were kind of dumb, but thankfully they weren't as dumb as like the 2015 version. I mean, the CGI, like can we project whatever the hell it's called? Bob the Builder, can we project the build it? Whatever the hell it's called. That little CGI remake in 2015, not 2015, 2010. The one before the 2015, which was terrible. All right. Also, anyway, yeah, you get the idea. So now, we're going to be talking about alright, boys and girls, that'll end for 21. Bob the Builder CGI, 2010 gets my rating of, 5 out of 10. Not great, but still decent. Number 12. Number 20. All right, we're in the top 20, boys and girls. Let's get started with the top 20. And number 20, we have Thomas and Friends, the CGI. Now, many people dislike the CGI era because, well, it wasn't that great. The Nitron era wasn't that great. So, yeah, I can agree it's not that great. But it was okay, I guess. Number 20, from here on out, as a disclaimer, I'm going to tell you about from different seasons or different eras of Thomas and Friends and many others, you know. I'm ready. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I'm ready. All right, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, go. Let's get started. In 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Beautiful. Let's get started. Number 20. Number 19. We're gonna speed up things to get to the 20-minute mark. Let's get started. We're gonna speed up things from here on out because I don't have that much time. We need to speed up things quickly to make this stretch to the 20-minute mark. So, we need to speed things up. We need to take things up a notch, sort of, and make things good. Here we go. Number 19. The Sunny Side Up show. Now, the Sunny Up show was just awesome. This is where I start to get a bit more forgiving. This is where I start to like the shows. This is when I get to good shows. Now, from here on out, this will be good shows and decent. So, this is a decent show, I would say. That's pretty good. They have Jeff Kinney, the author of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, once appeared, which is amazing, you know. I'm going to give it like a 7 out of 10 or 6.6, 5.1 out of 10. Because it was kind of boring, but at the same time, it was pretty cool, you know. Alright, Alright, let's get started. Here we go. Alright, let's get started. Oh my god, let's cover my legs out. Yeah, get the idea. Here we go. The final thing we have